2 to 3 times a year, we try to create a new mini course covering predominantly Canva and Squarespace. Today's no different. We'll be kickstarting our Canva Sprint series, which is focusing on how we can rapid prototype content in Canva easily and efficiently. So this is the first chapter, and today we're going to be looking at creating a YouTube thumbnail, but a lot of the techniques we'll be covering today will actually transfer really well over to things like social media posts and other individual graphics you're looking to create very quickly. So let's crack on. First up, I'm going to click social media and see if I can find an example template to start us off here. Here we go, YouTube thumbnail. Our aim here is to have a series that ties in together, but also with each video looking individual. Now, our style of video is very colourful, building block style, so very much Lego, and we're trying to replicate that theme here. So we want to try and find a template that doesn't look like this. Absolutely nothing wrong with that style, it's just not on brand for us. This could work quite well. We've got shapes in the background, and then we've got our detail about that particular content type in a circle. That might work. We've got these offset on angles. We've used that style on previous videos before, so that would work as well. But let's try and pick something a bit different for these. So let's go with that option, if I can go back up and find it. For me, this is probably too much going on in here. The first thing we're going to do now is just get rid of the text that we don't need. And I'm just going to reformat it. The great thing when we're moving content around in Canva is that we've got this bounding box here that we're able to fit our content to. This fits with our principles of design. Spaceman, let it breathe. So that's what we're looking to do here, is to give enough breathing space for our content. We're also looking at consistency to make sure that there's a consistent flow. I want to get the point of it being a free course across. And we'll put the name of the course in here. I'm going to want this much bigger. Something around that size. We'll tweak it once we've got the new font in place. Now, the idea with YouTube thumbnails, we need to be spending time thinking about the format of them. It's very, very important that we get a thumbnail that really jumps out and sells our content. Once we've got one style that really works in a series like this, we can then replicate those designs, which is what we're doing in a bit. This picture frame, so we can detach the image from the frame if we'd like, and then we just go back to the original frame. We can also change the colors if we wanted to make them more on brand. I tend to not worry too much about the color selection with our YouTube videos, otherwise they're all going to look very much the same. And I like to just freshen it up and be a little bit more playful with YouTube thumbnails. What I will be doing though is changing the font selection to our Pixelhaze font for both title and tagline. We change the size of the font once we've changed the font selection itself. Okay, so we're getting there. I think this circle is just a little bit too soft. I want a little bit more edgy showing Sprint. So even though we started with a template, it's probably going to look quite different by the time we finished with it. I'm just going to do a quick search for Sprint and for graphics. Something like this could work quite well to frame this area here. So we could move this backwards we're looking at Control and open square bracket to move it, and then close square bracket to move it back up. Another quick keyboard shortcut that can save you a bit of time. That's not quite working as I'd like at the moment. Because this color here is the design background, we can select other layers and manipulate them individually. So I think I'm going to go with something like this, where the image is cutting in from the top corner. Now I need to think of a catchy title. This wouldn't usually be the same as your YouTube video title. This is designed to really grab attention. Haven't really thought about this up until this point, which is not what I'd advise. You need to have your titles for your YouTube thumbnails in your mind before you start designing, in most cases. No, we don't need to say create because that's going to be obvious. So I think we're just going to go for that statement. We might change the colors of each one, but we need to say it's YouTube. We want to say it's thumbnails, and we want to make sure that we've got that fast part across. This is where we could use different colors with our designs. I usually change it to that one, and then I can tweak it then. I'll go with the red just because that really highlights speed. Or we might even go with the YouTube color. Seeing how it fits on the background. By searching for YouTube, this is where we can use a little bit of playful and actually put the YouTube logo instead of the... Oh. Okay. So I tend to like to keep the O in place because it keeps the character separation, and then just put the graphic overlaying it. Dependent then on making sure we keep it all together. So it makes sense now to have this text to be the same as that YouTube text. If I'm clicking on it, it's just selecting that text layer, so don't panic if you see that effect. Now I can go back and pick one of the reds. Pick the lightest ones from in this gradient effect here. Nice, clean, to the point. I'm going to try and find a photo now for YouTube. Don't know if we're going to get anything for YouTube thumbnail. No. I think we'll just go for this one. Tells the story. We can now go through here and maybe just bump up the contrast and the saturation so that the colors really pop. This has got a filter over it, which you could argue doesn't really fit with our design as effectively, but I think we're just going to try and get away with that. Okay, this color here, I think we can go darker or lighter to get more from the red. Because we're not going with our brand colors deliberately so here, we've got more options to work with that. So I could bring it back more towards an electric blue. This bit's really annoying me. Okay. I think we can get away with that where we've got the font size slightly different on each row. I think I'll go with that light blue there, and then the same then with that frame. We'll try it in white. Okay, gets lost a little bit there. Try it with the red, and I think we might use white on this. The white's getting lost a little bit in there, so we'll try some alternative colors. Yeah, I think we'll go with more red. We're going to need something to say that this is Canva. So the Canva logo is often the easiest for this. We can drop this in the right-hand corner, overlapping this image. Okay, so we've got our thumbnail for our YouTube graphic. The next thing now is showing how we can create a new thumbnail very, very quickly. So if I just simply duplicate that page, so we've got our first one. We're going to keep a lot of these elements in place, but we may well change the color scheme. We're going to get rid of that. And this time, Canva keyboard shortcuts, which will be our next video. And I'm just adjusting the size now, so we've got that spaceman content able to breathe around it. I want to keep the alignment. Now, the one thing we'll notice here, because that font size is smaller, the alignment is actually a little bit out, even though the boxes, or the containers for the text, are the same line. So what I can use is use the arrow keys just to move it back by eye. So we've got a better line between the larger font and the smaller font. We're going to change our image. It's pretty generic, but it gets the point across. Okay, final step then is, let's see if I can find a graphic that will fit in. I think we'll go with that. So here now we might even go with a completely different color scheme. Go with the yellow, then go with our Pixelhaze navy on the yellow. So just a case of changing our colors. think we'll go with that. Now we can change the background to the navy. And then these colors here could be in that blue. So I might revisit these and just tidy them up a bit, spend a little bit more time with them. But ultimately we've got a series now that we're able to rapid prototype. The next one will take even less time. So this is how I will create YouTube thumbnails. I'll create them in series and then I'll just keep duplicating each time and then editing the latest design. When it comes to sharing or to downloading a graphic then, so we go to share, then download. At this point then we deselect all pages, then choose current page. Then make sure it's PNG. The size should be 1280 by 720, but if you use a YouTube thumbnail template, it will create that for you. And in most cases, we don't want to create a transparent background for these. We've got very colorful, very easy to make and quick turnaround thumbnails for our YouTube channel, which makes all the difference. Hope you've enjoyed. See you next time.